Good evening, everybody. This is Dethaddr at the Death Shop. This is Minecraft Lonely Island, otherwise known as You Can't Run, You Die Here. That's right. I'm going to show you exactly. The little marquee that I put was the exact island. I put it into creative and boinked it up into the air just to give you a screenshot. That's our stuff right there. That's the closest that we got. Looks like it may or may not be a continent. There's a little teeny tiny something something over there that I think is an island. Everything around here is 100% deep. And as always with my channel, I will give you a little bit of music to start us off with. It's going to be something new today. I haven't played this before. So I'm going to be a heck of a lot more perkier today because I'm drinking my coffee. And I only had a meeting to go to earlier today, so it wasn't really work, so to speak. Saying all this stuff here is like totally 100% on my island, on my spawn point, right around my spawn point. I think my spawn point was right about there. But yeah, the reason why I'm going around chopping down lots of trees and getting all this stuff is because apples are my main source of food right now. Now, I did light up the whole entire island on the very first episode, so that means that I'm not going to be getting any spawns as far as enemies go, but of course, I'm not going to get any sheep or pigs or chickens over here unless I transplant them, because this island came 100% bare to all that stuff. All I've got was a few trees. These few little roses that we got are, well, actually, I think these are poppies. Roses grow on bushes now. They used to grow on those used to be called the roses, but they're not anymore. It was a long time ago. And then, of course, you know, the few little tufts of grass, which hopefully I didn't plant too many trees on, so they'll reappear when the rains eventually hopefully come down. Which I did get a few things for wheat, which I have totally 100% built this little walk around here, so that way when I go there and go to chop these, hopefully that wheat won't spring off and go down into the abyss, because that is like totally the abyss. There's some real deep chunks just outside here. In fact, this is literally a very, very lonely, solitary island here, because, man, I tell ya, it's not as solitary as some that I've seen where there's been completely nothing, but at least we got some stuff to work with, and that's a cool thing. And that's about the highest thing over there that you see out there that is anywhere close to being within my spawn chunk, which means that I eventually should be able to show you how to build some monster generators if you don't know already. And if you don't know already, there's plenty of YouTubes on it. We're going to build it here anyway. Because that's the way we roll. Right? Right. If you didn't know that, well, Gordon Ramsay's got something to say about you.
You donkey!
It's not going to be me today. I don't have very many guys to fight. The only reason I'd be a donkey is if I dropped to my death, and that's not going to happen. There literally isn't enough depth here to drop to my death. I'd have to literally try and drop myself like 3, 4, 10 times. I mean, I would really have to be a donkey in order to do that. See, what I probably should do here, and what I'm probably going to do is, I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to level this off. I know this tree's still growing, but I'm going to level it anyway. I didn't even bother giving myself a shovel. Figure, you know, I'm probably not going to need too much. It's not that much longer to actually bum this out myself, so we're going to go ahead and squash this real quick. Let's see, and I'm just taking a look at how many I have here, because I have 7 and I have 35. Now, if I want some... Thing is that I want optimal apple production, you know, so... I think what we're going to do is we're going to walk over here. We're going to continue doing trees the way that we're doing them. And what I might do is come over here and level this off a little bit, and I'll make wood production over here. Now, the thing I have to be careful of is that I just took those, I just took my torches down over here, and yeah, I probably have too many up here to begin with, but I don't want to leave too much of the area bare as far as torches go, because if I do, then that's where stuff will spawn, and that's where trouble will begin. And that's probably where I'll end. But, yeah, this is going to be all pretty much build. Plant, and harvest. Good news is that I'm getting a ton of apple drops, and this is really great for me. Because apples are going to be everything in this game. I've decided that I might not even do a boat over here. Might not do a boat until after I have already went underground all the way to get there. I don't even know if I can make it all the way underground. It matters how deep the ocean goes. I think they always leave you about 10 to 15 spaces between ocean and the very bottom of bedrock that you can dig through, but I don't know, you never can tell. This is Minecraft, and you know, Microsoft has been kind of messing around with all the little algorithms here, there, and everywhere, so you never know what's still working and what's not anymore. In fact, I'm sure that by the time that the next build rolls out, that this island is not even going to be an island or something crazy like that, you know. Things like that happen all the time. Anyway, haha. This is Dethaddr. You should be watching this on Dethaddr channel on YouTube.com. If you're not watching it on that or the gaming channel, please notify me. That's Dethaddr, and I'll be happy to take care of business. Or I've got people who will be happy to take care of business. Anyway, say I gotta get the legalities out of the way. If you do like the video or like videos like this, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Especially the share part. Always nice to see new viewers. And you know, if you're watching this post play and everything, be sure to come by, because I don't every day go over there, and it's probably to my detriment. I don't always put a marquee up telling you when I'm going to play. I'm getting some water right now. But sometimes I do, and oftentimes I'll do more than an hour in advance. If you happen to catch one of those, you can come chat me up on one of these, because I'd love to have you. I don't mind talking with people, especially during Minecraft, because Minecraft can at times get a little bit boring if you're, you know, playing the Lonely Island like me. Say, I just need Michael Bolton around with me, and then we'd all have a great time with Captain Jack Sparrow. If you know what I mean. And I bet many of you out there do know what I mean, don't ya? Alright. We're being a little on the crazy side today. That's okay. I've got one more day before I go back to work, real work again. You know, like I said, the meeting doesn't count. It's just get informed about what's going on over the next few. Most of the stuff I already knew. Because, yeah, the manager I work with, he's real good about getting me the information. So that way I could take care of business and, you know, make things roll into the capacity that I do. Alright, so what I might eventually do is I might make this whole top here just flatten it out and totally turn it into tree production, but that's going to be a long ways off. Actually, I do have grand plans for it, but that's going to be a long time, and I'm going to need like all sorts of crazy stuff for it. My problem is that I need food. The only way I'm getting food is I'm growing some trees to get those yummy apples, and then the only other way that I can get stuff beyond that is by growing, and that process is going very, very slowly down there, it looks like. So yeah, this is life on a lonely island, man. You don't have a whole lot to do, there's a lot of waiting involved, and I think I'm going to take out one of the big trees this time. I think I'm going to take out this one because it's lower and because I just don't like where it's at. Good news about taking out big trees, though. You're going to get lots of leaves that decompose, and hopefully that means apples for me. Oh, and I totally miffed that jump. Oh, one more time. Come on, you can do it! Yeah, baby!
Glorious! No, I won't give in till I'm victorious!
No, I didn't do that because I wanted a reason to use Glorious. I just did it because I felt like it. But yeah, I did reinstall Glorious because it is one of the best victory clips ever. I mean, yeah, we're talking, it is one of the best ones ever, so. Oh, I can't believe I was able to get that. You know, I tried to find ones that would be better, but I can't seem to find one that'd be better, so. We're gonna stick with Glorious for now until, I think until WWE tells me you can't use that. But I don't see why they wouldn't, man. Free publicity. Yeah, Bobby Roode's gonna need all he can get. Speaking of that, yeah, I didn't watch very much, but he did debut 2 SmackDowns ago, which I totally expected because he lost to the NXT belt, because that's usually what they do. When they're called up, they lose the belt to the next guy, pretty much. Then depending on how they develop, you know, they're on to the next, and on to the next, and on to the next, and I thought for sure that I chopped these away, but I guess I didn't. Either that or I didn't see them, one or the other. They'll keep my leaves from decomposing, though. That's like totally no good for me because, yeah. We're all about the decomposed leaves. Well, not really about decomposed leaves, but we want apples. And if you take a look, I'm down 2, and 1 apple will do the trick. We're up to 8 apples. That's good. I've already got one of them dumb, ugly trees growing. See, I kept them around just because they're trees. Alright, and we got an apple to replace the apple. That's even better. That's what you call a good day. as the sun starts to go down. So this technically will be, what, day 3 on Lonely Island here? See, you want to know what the worst part is, too. The worst part is that yeah, I'm not gonna get the benefits of anything until I get over there and dig. But in order to do that, I'm gonna need food. The only way to get food is to chop the trees. Do you know how many torches I'm gonna have by the time that I get down there and start really doing some mining? It's gonna be a lot of torches. I'll take a look right now. Say, by the way, you might also see in my top corner there's the name of a subscriber. Hey, Sammy, nothing against you, but I've only put space up there for 1 subscriber anymore. I did change my format just a little bit. So whoever subscribes is going to end up taking Sammy's place on the list. You just made the list! That's right. We changed the format up again a little bit just because I didn't mind the other one, but I kind of like the full. I find kind of like the full display, game display. In fact, I moved out some of it and moved around a few things just because I wanted to try this and try that. And this one I think works best for the 2 games that I play right now, which is Minecraft and Skyrim. I might start up something new a little bit later. I don't know, we've got some stuff that's going to be going on in September. I've got a lot of vacation time, and unfortunately, it's looking like most of my plans for that are falling through. I need to talk to my mother, really, because we have an uncle. He's, I think, my only uncle that I have left, truthfully. And, well, he's blood relative, but he's not, he's on my mother's side, so he doesn't count for the family name. Which is dying with me, by the way. Enough about that. Okay, so anyway, he apparently had a stroke earlier this year, and she wanted to go visit him. I offered to take her, but she kind of did a little 180 on wanting to go. I mean, I do understand my niece has to go to school, and I told her we'd have to pull her out for a few days for it, you know, and she was okay with that at first, but then as soon as I told her, you know, it's going to be 5 days, she's like, what, 5 days? Yeah, she was kind of freaked her out, and I'm like, yeah, well, you know, it takes a day to get over there, and then you want a couple days to spend with them, and we'll want to see other stuff that's there, because it's over by Glacier National Park, or Glacier Waterton, as they call it now, International Peace Park. See, I don't care what they want to call it, it's still a very cool place. The glaciers are disappearing, which is, you know, that to me is always sad. I love the planet, and a person overall I can like or love, but people in general I don't like at all. And that's because of the things that they do, especially to the planet, you know. I mean, I'm not like super mega tree hugger, it's just that we've got all of Washington and all of Oregon that we're burning most of the year this year. And the smoke, you know, that hurts everybody, not just me, not just this person on asthma, you know, that hurts everybody, and that's going to hurt everything that's, you know, it's on the tree. I mean, everything as far as the plants go and that, and there's people who just don't care, you know. We all should, because we only got one, and if something happens to it, we no longer have a planet. And how come only one popped there? Was maybe I didn't wait for it to grow fast enough? Well, that kind of sucks, because I took out some of my seed production. Let's see, I think it's about time here that I make myself a couple of chests. You know I was going to have to get too far down before I had to start making chests here. Well, here we go. But anyway, enough about my spiel, okay? I'm starting to sound like Barrett from Final Fantasy VII, which, by the way, I do have a copy of. And I might actually play it, too. One, because, not because they're doing a remake of it. which I think the remake will be cool. Although at the same time, I'm a little bit, what would the word be? I'm a little bit, maybe angry would be the best word. A little bit angry that they've decided that they're going to make it episodic, because to me that just says, oh, we're not doing it for the fans, we're doing it because we want the money. You know, and that's deplorable. Especially something that they waited this long for. They better bring back Chrono Trigger, and they better not do that to it, because if they do, man, ooh. So if anybody remembers, there were some guys that were actually making a 3D Chrono Trigger, and they issued a cease and desist to them. Said, hey, don't be doing that. I mean, I don't know why they would do that, because, I mean, shoots, it's one of the most popular games ever, you know. To me, the DS version actually is, you know, I love Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. Used to be my #1, but the DS version of Chrono Trigger is absolute perfection when it comes to a game. And that is because the additions that they put in, the additions that allowed you to go over there and see all the endings in a compendium, that right there was the icing on the cake. And the fact that they let you go into a nice little arena and let you battle for items such as the wallet, which will allow you to change your experience into gold and let you do super low level games, that was really nice, you know, without having to do the stupid special stuff that you gotta do. You know, I'm not an elitist. I have not been an elitist for a long time. When I was the neighborhood champion, I used to be, you know, I was the only person I can remember that could play Bubble Bobble on NES and actually get the one-player character over to the thing that you needed to get 2 characters with to go over there and grab it to get the good ending. You still needed the second guy at the end, but but the thing is that I was able to grab that, and I also was the first kid on my neighborhood to beat Mike Tyson in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, which they remade as Punch-Out with like Mr. Dream because of the, you know, the whole thing with yeah, Mike Tyson and his you know, illicit affairs, so to speak. Poor guy. Did it all to himself though, unfortunately. Went from baddest man on the planet to, well, doing commercials and whatever TV spots you can get. But I guess at least he's surviving. So I'll tell you what, you know, back in the day when he was the baddest man on the planet, I totally respected that guy. Because it takes a little bit to go there and do a profession where it's like somebody's going to try and nail you as hard as they can, and you have to try and nail somebody as hard as they can, you know? It's like, you know, the UFC guys. Although, sometimes I wonder if those guys for UFC haven't done the same sort of rigging that they have for, you know, the same sort of scripting and stuff that WWE has, you know. I mean, yeah, okay, it's entertaining. We watch it anyway. But the thing is that if it's total blood sport like that versus... Wow, that tree grew fast. Total blood sport versus, you know... that tree's destined to be a large tree. Okay, lost the train of thought. Okay, if you're doing a blood sport versus something that, you know, is more like, I mean... Because you rarely ever see blood in WWE, and if it is, it's usually scripted. And they usually get in trouble if they go over there and they bleed, and they're not scripted to do so. But the thing is that, yeah, if you're... let's try this one more time. There we go. But it's one thing when it's scripted, you know, you do it just because, you know you're going to do it and you're okay with it, so you're going to do that. And then if you're actually doing it and whatever hit that you take is a hit that you're going to take, I don't think that should be scripted at all, man. Because all that does is just pretty much cheapen the product, you know, and the competitors, it kind of just cheapens them too, and that's not really very good for the sport. Gee, and how I got talking about UFC, you know. That's just kind of the way things go. Now, I'm wondering, is this ready or yet, or does it have to go one more? I think I'm going to wait, because you can't overdo it, but you definitely can underdo it. I'm already down to more axes, so we'll go ahead and do this. And why aren't I putting 2 and 2 together? I should be. I'm hoping that maybe eventually I'll have some lava down below or something, so I can make a cobble generator. Because this island's gonna have to do it all. I mean, it's like we're fighting for our 10 square feet of turf. Ah, little piece of turf, as Cyrus would say. We're with you, man. If you know what I'm quoting, give me a thumbs up. And if you do, you're super cool. Just for knowing. Alright, so next thing to talk about. You know, I don't got a darn thing to talk about right now that I'm thinking. Just a bunch of channel changes, you know, nothing really crazy or drastic. I just wanted to change up a few things a little bit, you know, and make things look cleaner than the last time, because the last time I was just putting stuff up just to put it up because I wanted to see how things looked overall, and, you know, layouts change all the time. So I decided, okay, this time we're going to change it up again. And we're going to go back to the format that I like with the full screen of action and a couple little things off the edge. I think on this one here, there's only a couple things that cover the screen. That last subscriber is going to be one of them. I'm always going to have that up there because I appreciate the people who do subscribe. By the way, if you do happen to do it in the middle of a stream, there will be some stuff that happens, or at least there should be some stuff that happens. Ah, man, that coffee is really... This is my only special coffee, you know. When I first started out, I was pushing Patreon and had coffee rewards in there. I've since switched it up because I figure, you know, maybe somebody will go there and throw some in the penny jar. They're more likely to donate to Streamlabs, where they could go there and do whatever amount they want whenever they want. So I'd rather give more options. Not that I'm expecting to get anything, but it'd be really cool. But, you know, if somebody were to bang me out for something huge, I might consider actually throwing them a bag of my own personal blend, because it is my personal blend. Got a local roaster here in town, and I've been getting their coffee for half of forever. The only time I didn't was when I was away, and when I was away, I wished I had it the whole time. And I kept going to local roasters where I lived and trying to put it together with the exact same types of ingredients, but for some reason their roasters just couldn't give me the same product, I tell you. So I have my own brand of coffee. So I'm hoping that that maybe one day we'll grow this and get enough subscribers and get all that cool jazz that some people have. And if I do that, then I'd love to open a store for this, because I think it'd be really cool. I think I could put out some really cool shirts that everybody would like, or mugs or stuff like that. It doesn't really matter to me what they are, you know. If you want it, I'll make it happen. That's gonna be the thing. I mean, I can see the whole full 9 yards. I mean, I got the right name for it. Come on. Are you kidding? And the thing is that I've had this for half of forever, and you know what? Nah. Yeah, I don't want it. Reason why I don't want that squid is because I know that his guts are gonna fall down into that deep blue abyss there, and I'll never get them. So it's pretty much, yeah, moot point for me even to be trying there. Holy smoke! Did that tree... Wow, this tree is destined to be a big tree. Every time. Every time it pulls a big tree on me. And this time, I am not doing very well with the apples. Long sigh. Ah. Squids, if it weren't for the fact that I was stuck on this island,
I will eat you! And I will delete you!
Yes, I did do that one on purpose. You can blame me for it. Couldn't help it. So I have to use up my sounds here. By the way, the music that I've got, 100% brand new stuff that I pulled up. Now, one of the songs, I believe it was the opening song. It's been around for a while. The one that I'm going to play to leave, though, my exit song tonight, gonna be something like completely brand new, like just posted within the last like day. So it's gonna be super mega fresh off the block. The funny thing is that it's fresh and already has like I think it's like it's either 7 or 30. I don't remember which one of the two it was. It's either got 7 million views or 30 million views already on the video for it, which is kind of, that's out of this world nuts, which is pretty darn cool if you think about it. Say, now here's the area where I'm going to get a little bit dangerous, because I'm walking into a trap here. Good old Dork Keith is just telling me it's a trap. Say, shut up, you big lizard. Go back to Cassandra. Which Cassandra is the one that I have been playing the last couple times. Maximus is going to get his turn. Don't worry about that. Maximus is indeed the marquee for the Death Shop. He was the very first one. He's the one who, next episode, is going to be, oh my god, 70. Can you believe it? 70 episodes for Maximus? Yeah, the best part about him, too, is that, man, there is not too much more left that I think he can do before I have to, you know, start playing the main storyline. Which will be the first time I ever attempt to go through the main storyline in Skyrim. Yeah, it sounds kind of crazy, huh? But then again, what do I do that's like 100% sane on this channel, huh? Well, I guess there is some things I do. The travel and the garden updates, those are kind of sane in a way. I did post one of the speech that I gave at our final seating at Benetti's Italian restaurant in Coos Bay, which happy retirement here in a few days, Joe. You deserve it. Good luck on the community feed there. Hope it all goes well. You know, I really sad to see you go, and I'm gonna miss you every time that I go down to Coos Bay. You know, which it's gonna be December is gonna be the next time that I'm back that way. At least we'll be able to see our friends then, you know. And hopefully the second set of friends will still be around too. You just never know, because they're getting at that point in their life where, well, where life's becoming difficult for them just living, so. Anyway, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, so we're going to try and smile and keep things rolling here, because we're just having fun playing the game. This is what we do. Or this is the second job, so to speak. I mean, it's not really a job, but I kind of turned it into a job here because I decided that I was going full board into this whole streaming thing and trying to figure out what does what and how to do this and all sorts of that. Our next thing is that we're going to be throwing up a name marquee for myself, so you might not see my picture very much longer. Although I am very proud of the picture that I do have there. It was taken in Fern Canyon of the Redwoods. Boy, what year was that? I believe it was 2005. So that's actually a 12-year-old picture that you're seeing of me sliding down what looks like I'm sliding down the trunk of one of the... it's actually a fallen over one that was at a pretty steep angle. I couldn't quite slide down it, but at least I made it look like I was. I might post up a newer picture of me, but I'm thinking it's time to go into the icons. And besides, if you want to see, you know, what I look like now, well, there's plenty of videos for that, including the one that I just put out. Although I will say on that one with the speech at Benetti's, I will say that it was my first attempt into changing the light, or I mean, not changing the light, but changing the brightness and stuff in a video, because yeah, we filmed it really dark. They turned the lights down, and so yeah, it filmed out really dark, but I think I was able to adjust it and do it enough justice to where you can see what's going on and what's happening, you know. And that that's pretty much all that matters with it. Like I said, big props to Joe. We're gonna miss you down there, bud. Every time we go, we're gonna remember. See, I didn't say it in that video. I meant to say it, but I didn't say it, and because I was having trouble holding it together. Yeah, if you want to see Death cry, you'll see it there. But I did want to say that when we were at when we had our reception up there, that night I was wearing the exact same shirt and the exact same slacks that I was wearing at that reception. Those were actually part of my suit. And yes, they still fit me. Which is a miracle in itself. But like I said, you know, as far as the deaths and stuff go, especially in Skyrim, I'm doing push-ups and sit-ups for them because the last time I went to the dock, I was about 10 pounds over what I like to be. Not necessarily 10 pounds over, but 10 pounds over what I like to be. So it's not like I'm going to go over there and take a look at myself in the mirror every day. I'm just a normal, average-looking dude. Is that an apple? Is that an apple? I want the apple. Yeah. Oh, there's another one. Sweet. Oh, and another one. Oh, I'm getting apples. Give me my apple. 22 apples. This will be 23. Wonder how much mining rocks costs you as far as energy. I'm wondering if there's a, that looks like there's probably an extra piece of wood in there. See if we can, oh yeah, yeah there is, look at that. It's more than one. Oh, there's 3. Ooh, run. Yes, I was doing that dangerous, yes I was. That's okay, because, you know, don't necessarily do things 100% safe. That'd be boring. There's our 24th apple down there. Feeling good about that. Okay, there's just... So this is pretty much a run around and chat. Run around and chat episode, and like I said, by the time that we get to the digging part where we're digging down in there, we're probably going to have ourselves like 50 stacks of torches. I kid you not. I don't even know why I'm trying to conserve axes. It's like I know that once I get digging there'll be plenty of stone, and once I get the stuff for the cobble generator, I can have as much as I possibly want. I do have plans for this island. I just thought about exactly what I'm going to do with it too. I'm going to hold you in the dark though about it until I get there. All I know is it's going to be something cool. So you're just going to have to stay tuned and figure out exactly what that is. It's not going to happen in this episode though, I can guarantee you that. I probably will need a few things, and I'll definitely need to get to some redstone for sure before any of this happens. Which means digging down. And not only that, this is the best part right here. The best part is that I'm going to have to dig straight down in order to do what I'm planning here, which is not using a boat to get over to the continent, if that's a continent. It might just be a big island. It looks like it's a continent, though, so it goes way out there. It's nice that it's desert. The only reason that it's nice that it's desert is because it gives the opportunity for desert fortresses, or, well, desert temples, I should say, and it gives the opportunity for towns. And those two structures are very, very important. I don't know how I'm going to get the villagers back if it does happen to be a town. Don't know how I'll get them back. I really don't. Say we're going to have to find ourselves like a mine shaft or something and pull all the rails off and bring them. It's going to be a long time before I have enough to do iron golems and stuff like that. I'm really resource. You know what? I might take out the second big tree. Usually I like to save the big trees, but you know what? I'm going to take this out. It's because I need to grow. Sorry, big guy. I need leaves. I need to maximize my my leaf profits here for apples if I'm going to ever get down and out of this island. Now here's the deal. Once I do get down far enough, and if I do get out there and underneath that continent, then all bets are off, and then I can turn this into a normal game where I just, you know, where I can boat and stuff like that. But until then,
I will eat you, and I will delete you.
That was inadvertent. I accidentally tapped it. It's kind of on the side of my mouse, and kind of a little slip on my part. But yeah, once I get over to that continent, then all bets are off and it turns back into a normal game, which means that I can go find stuff and boat to get to there. But the challenge is to get out of here and get out of here alive. I'm doing pretty well with how many apples I got. And I could have just taken the easy way out and taken a boat off, but the thing is that we're not doing that. Our whole goal is to build this island up. Oh. And I'm not sure, but I think that apple went somewhere where I wished it wouldn't. Alright. Ooh, okay, it wasn't that bad. It just went into our little side thing. But take a look at this. Look at how that just goes down and down and down. And down and down. Like I said, there's barely anything. I have not heard anything underneath, around the edges of this island. I mean, it's just about as lonely as you can get. I'm telling you. Got the wheat. Didn't get the seeds? I have to hit this with a hoe, aren't I? Wheat, but no seeds. What is with this? There we go. We got 2 seeds there. Maybe I have to hoe it. Sounds like a rap song. Maybe gotta hoe it. Maybe gotta hoe it. Don't you know? Don't you know? What? Hey, was that a squid underneath there fertilizing my stuff? Yeah, it was. Look at that squid. He's all like, yeah, dude. Oh, man. Oh, man. You made my day. Nom, 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 nom. Did I get the squid stuff? He didn't drop anything for me except experience. You gotta be kidding me. He didn't drop anything for me. What a punk. What a punk. I feel cheated. I'm extending the island out. Oh, wait. Wow. Really? Did I get ink? Oh, I did get ink. Weird. Okay, I did not know that I could do that. We'll set this up so I can grow more. Of course, it's probably going to turn back into dirt before I get the seeds for that stuff, but let's see, I might just move this stuff around just a little bit here. Maybe I should do a shovel. Nah, not yet. Maybe later. Oh, we can't have this though. You know, sometimes you make some bad decisions. I think maybe digging this out might have been a bad decision. Oh yeah, this is right underneath my... Well, that's funny. Well, that's cool. Actually, it makes a pretty cool roof. I might actually switch up some base here. Oh, hey, rain. Rain is good. Rain is very good. You know why rain's good? It's because it's gonna make all my pieces of wheat reappear. Or my grass for seeds. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Feeling good about that. So we're up to 28 apples now. We're totally terraforming this mountain. Or this island. Mountain. Seems like a mountain at times, doesn't it? Oh, did I not make any more? I did not make any more axes, alright. We're not doing any tree chopping right now. We will do some planting, though. We have to. Let's see, we'll put one here. One there. One there. See, and here's the bad deal, man. The bad deal is that since I don't have like spiders and stuff like that here, that means I'm not gonna have fish to work with. Which, if I did take all the stuff down to get me some spiders, you know, I could do that. But we're taking the tough man's route here. Trying to make this as rough on myself as possible. Alright, and that's the other thing that I need to be doing too. I need to be taking my charcoal out and throwing my new... By the time this rolls, I'm going to have like tons. Okay, so what do we got here? Got ink sacks. Got more wood. Got more wood on top of that. We're going to build ourselves some axes. That's all we're gonna do. Cut, cut, cut. We're playing lumberjack here, man. It's the lumberjack match. Man versus tree. You know what though? I did say I was gonna do this. Let's do this. We're gonna dig this out. Actually, maybe not that much. Doing all sorts of crazy stuff here. Alright, we gotta go this way though. Click, 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 click. Okay, so it's coffee time again. Nah, I think water. Water. Can't drink the caffeine all the time. Dries you out a little. Don't get me wrong, coffee's great stuff. Especially my coffee. But okay, there's still more in there. Maybe I should grow a couple trees down here too. I mean, we are talking about maximizing all of our tree production here. So we need it. That's looking really weird. It's okay though. So I'm just wondering how many tufts of grass am I going to get back? And how many of them did I build trees over? See, the other thing too is that it actually goes there and costs you light. If you get the rain out there, you know, and if you get it underneath the trees, it could cost me light to the point where I've got enemies up here on the island again. Not that I would be against it, because let's face it, you know, I kind of need them spiders, I would think, but at the same time, you know, I'm not going to try and do it on my own. So if I were going to do that, I'd just take all the stuff away, wait for something to spawn, go kill it, you know, rinse, lather, repeat type stuff. If I really wanted to do something bad and crazy, I've got a few things I could possibly do with nothing except for wood. It'd be easier with redstone. I do like how they did get the sound for rain right. It does sound nice and relaxing. And you know, I like to fish when it rains too. And fishing while it's raining gives you that nice, calm, soft rain sound. At the same time, when you're just fishing, which is like the most boring part of Minecraft, and there are times when I almost fell asleep. Just because. Not say I was bored out of my gourd, but man, it was pretty close. Boy, I grew tall ones here. I'm going to keep the saplings just because it's a second style of wood. Let's see if I can do this. Alright. Only took like 3 times longer than it'd be to put a piece of dirt underneath me and climb up on it, I think. Which I'm probably going to do for this one because it's real tall. So yeah, screw that jazz, we're doing it this way. Up we go, and boom. Oh, what? That one's got another one? Sweet. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Say, don't ask me to make that sound again. I don't know if I can. See, the truth of the matter is that I do a lot of my own sounds. Although there are a few things that I don't do, but yeah, like that is all me. I can do that. And I can also
I can also sound like a demon, but it's tough on my voice.
It's really tough on my vocal cords to do that. In fact, I almost coughed in the middle of that, so that means it's time for something to drink. Ah, yeah, man. That coffee is really hitting the spot today. It's just one of those days, you know. We've got the smoke outside still. I'm tired of playing Feel Like Horrible, so I stopped doing it. Because the whole time that I was away, you know, I think it was okay while I was gone. Then I came back and then there was, I think the day after I came back, it got worse than it's ever been out there. And I mean, it's horrible right now, the amount of smoke that we got going on. It's all those fires. Now, I do realize that some of those were started by lightning and stuff like that in natural ways, but a lot of times it's humans and carelessness that cause those forest fires, you know. And, I mean, it's like Smokey the Bear says, only you can prevent forest fires. And I mean, I've got some clips that I haven't posted. A lot because of the wind feedback, but when I was up at Glacier Waterton, was it last year or the year before? It was one of those 2 years. And yeah, it showed the devastation from when they had the huge fire out there. I mean, it was sad. Anybody who likes nature, it's really sad to see something like that, you know. See, I'm thinking I'm planting too many trees now. It's okay, because, yeah, we're trying to maximize the apple count, because we really need the apples. We're getting off this island, we're doing it through apples. It's not going to be bread, because apparently they're not growing back my, not growing back my little patches of, I don't even know what I'm saying here. They're not growing back my my little pieces of grass. They say, forget it, Death. You're on this solitary island, all on your own, dude. And yep, you're playing Lonely Island. Oh, wait, wrong trees. What are you doing, dude? Got 10 saplings this time. I might have to use some saplings for firewood. There you go. I think I will. I think I'm going to use some saplings for firewood. There's only so many you can actually plant here. I've got nearly every square foot that I can possibly get a tree on that'll feasibly grow me a yeah, I don't care if I bust axes. Don't care. So, let's see, when this night ends, what'll that be? 4? Day 5. It's gonna be one of those two. Dig down the middle. Yeah, we're gonna have to dig straight down. I'm a little bit worried. Just because, one, yeah, like I said, I don't hear any enemies anywhere. All I see are squids, and I do see a ton of squids, which tells me that, yeah, there's not a lot of enemies. And I'm just wondering if there's going to be anything down below. So if you think about it, I mean, it could conceivably be, because I've had some before. It's not that often. Every once in a while, I'll find one of these islands, and I'll dig straight down, and we'll find absolutely nothing. It's kind of sad when that happens, though, because, yeah. You're like, I need the resources, I need the monsters, I need something. And you get nothing. But I usually find that they go one of two ways. Either you've got nothing down below, or you've got that weird, wacky pattern that I like to call the Z pattern, because it's like a bunch of catacombs underneath, and really just those are horrible to work with because they have so many places that creepers can drop on you. You know, creeper surprise, I have to admit, is one of the most hated things that is ever put in here that I've ever seen, because that's just, you know, it's just not cool. I mean, all you have to do is take a look at my Minecraft testing world and watch and see how much devastation they did to me. Yeah, I think that if I do this with a hoe, I get more seeds. I'm not sure if the other two were quite quote unquote ripe yet. At least I got one extra than what I had, so little by little we're making more wheat. And we're gonna go ahead and take this charcoal. And we're gonna go ahead and take that charcoal too. And we're gonna go ahead and, oh no, what are you doing? What are you doing, Death? You can't do that. Yes, I can. We're committing herbicide! Yeah! I just want to see how many it takes to make one. Wow, 3 to 1, huh? Or am I just seeing that wrong? Because it starts with 64 and the 64th one burnt. 58, 57, so that'd be... Did I only have 63 in that set and not 64? Oh wait, when it gets all the way down, that's right. It was 56, so yeah, it takes 2 trees. Nom 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 nom. Not really. Wow, look at that. Birch already grew. Alright. Is there any tufts of grass, or did I totally screw that up? Actually, it doesn't matter. I'm getting some wheat production, but it's not huge, but we're getting some. So I don't really need the wheat. It's nice to get it, but don't really need it. Another big tree. Is it a big tree? Oh no, it's not. It's probably just because it was next to the other tree. Kind of put them together. Oh my goodness! Still don't have half of this big tree broken down yet. You know, I have gone through in like creative mode just for kicks. You know. I've gone through like a big, huge jungle and just like taken the flint and steel to it and burnt it to the ground. Now there's got to be more in here. See, I'm not believing for 1 second that that's all the... Yeah, there's a lot right there. Tim Burton! Actually, I've been watching the Tim Burton collection lately and saw... yesterday watched the second Batman movie that he did. And I'll tell you what, you know, the first Batman movie that was ever made, the one with Jack Nicholson as the Joker, man, that was the greatest. I know a lot of you are going to be like, hey, Heath Ledger! But you know what? Jack Nicholson did the best Joker, period. Live with it. Okay, now, the thing is that I was watching it, right? And I watched the second one. okay? The second one was such a terrible movie. This is the one with the penguin, with Danny DeVito, Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, you know? There's so much innuendo in there that, I mean, it's horrible. It's like Tim Burton had all the other stuff perfectly right in that movie, but I don't know whether he didn't look at the script until it was the end or what, or I don't know, because, man, I tell you, that movie, if that would have been the first Batman movie, we would never seen another one again. Just because, yeah, it's a pretty bad movie. I'd have to, like, throw it up on Rotten Tomatoes for sure, because, yeah, especially when you compare it to the original. In fact, I would say every single one of the Dark Knight ones is better. And I did like, I must say that I did like, let's see, what's his name? Oh, I can't remember. Why can't I remember? Well, okay, the dude who plays the second Batman, somebody could remind me of what his name is, you know. I think I liked him as Batman better than I liked Michael Keaton. And I know realized that Michael Keaton stopped doing it after, I think it was the second movie, because he didn't want to be associated as being Batman. Of course, where'd that get his career? I mean, I don't remember too many other movies that Michael Keaton was in post-Batman days. You know. Same time, Michelle Pfeiffer is kind of funny. I did notice there was one line that she has in there where she talks about talks about the dark side. Him having a dark, Bruce Wayne having a dark side, and that kind of reminded me. She's in another movie with George Clooney, which is kind of funny because he was the next Batman after Keaton, I believe, and it's called One Fine Day, which is a really good movie if you've never seen it. It's pretty much like a movie about life in general, you know. Those tend to make the best movies, I think. But anyway, there's a moment in there where she talks about somebody having a dark chocolate side to them, you know, and she's describing to a psychiatrist her psychiatric problems, and trying to hint at the fact that she likes George Clooney, but she's trying to discover his layers, and says something about his dark chocolate side, trying to find his dark chocolate side, which is kind of funny because, you know, it's pretty much talking in code, so the kids try and not understand. But of course, kids get everything. But I thought that it's kind of funny that scene in Batman where she's dancing with him and talks about having a dark side, you know. That totally reminded me of One Fine Day where she's talking about the dark chocolate side. But yeah, just some sort of weird, crazy stuff, you know. Just never know what goes through your mind at the end of the day. I'm going to wait for all those to get nice and ripe before I go pick them again. And here is the funny thing, okay? I went through all of that. All them trees and everything. Went through all that rain. Not a single piece of grass to get seeds from. I'm so lucky I got those seeds in the beginning, and so lucky I decided to farm with them. Because if I hadn't, I would not be making more. This is probably a mistake doing this, but we're gonna do it anyway. Alright, so, yep, 32, right on. One stack of these guys gave me half a stack of tree coal. Hey, Soapy, how you doing? Had to get a new PC. Oh man, I feel you on that one, you know. I do know what wrecking a PC is all about. Except for mine back in the day when it blew up. It actually went over there and blew the head inside the drive, which catastrophically went all the way backwards and blew everything else. There's not one part of that computer besides the power supply that was still good. The motherboard acted like it was giving power to stuff, but it actually was giving power to nothing. The PC, the actual CPU didn't work, which I tried it in another working board to find that out. I mean, it destroyed that computer, but you know. Now I have this one, which I got all the parts over a Black Friday a few years back and pieced this together. Didn't actually start doing the vids until, well, this year, of course. You know that, Soapy. It's good to see you again, by the way. I've just been doing videos, you know, and doing vacation. So what kind of nasty virus did you get? Do you know which one it was? I know that I got a lot of nastiness going on. See, the funny thing is that, yeah, I did kind of catch you when you were typing over there, which is kind of weird because, truthfully, I've been playing alone for the past couple.
I will eat you! And I will delete you!
Maybe I should move that to a different button on my control. That's so funny. So I better watch out or I might become the donkey. But, yeah, so, which layout, I'm going to ask you right now, which layout do you like better? Do you like the, do you like this layout, or do you like the one with all the banners that I had on the sides? I'm leaning towards this one myself. It's a little bit more versatile, too. So, in case you didn't know, this is a different area that I'm working on here. It's only the second episode, which is why everything's so dark and dank. But this is my lonely island here. I found this seed, and it's funny enough. It's called "You Can't Run, You Die Here," which is the name for the seed, with a comma and an exclamation point. But that is probably a continent over there, maybe a continent, and I got like a little island over there. But everything along the edge here is completely. It's down. I mean, there is like no. The only little coast I have is the coast that I built myself, which is what I'm growing stuff on. So this is literally a lonely island, and I'm going to dig underneath the ocean to get to the continent, and it's going to be all me trying to survive off of what I grow, which is why I'm chopping trees, because apples, as you can see, 35 of them are my main source of food. I did have a few tufts of grass, which gave me a few seeds, which I do have some wheat growing because of it, but the wheat is super, super slow to grow, and I would totally starve if it weren't for these apples. I'd already be starving, I think. So I'm just going around cutting every tree I possibly can. I'm going to have a million torches. It's going to be great. It is good to see somebody again. So, go ahead, fire something up. I need something to talk about tonight. I've talked about, let's see here, I've talked about my coffee, I've talked about my last trip that I had, I've talked about the differences between Batman movies and how they correlate to other movies, which is kind of funny. I'm not even super big on the whole thing, but talked about it anyway because I was watching the Tim Burton series. And, yeah, it's a lot of good movies. Actually can't wait to get The Corpse Bride. That's a highly underrated movie. But there's only so many hours in a day, so I try and budget them around a little bit. Reason why I'm going to be doing a long play today, one is because I need to get this island built up and me off of it in order to get anywhere with this game. And number two is because, well, Heather today is working the late shift, unfortunately, which means that I already made myself dinner. I came home and yeah, I went to the store. I made myself a nice bacon and cheese omelet. Yeah. Say thumbs up for bacon. Bacon's good stuff. I think the only reason why I did that was because earlier today I ran across on my recommended. It was like a $30 can of bacon video from well, What Are We Eating or something like that. This is the channel, I think, or that's what the label of it was. And this dude was totally reviewing canned bacon. Came wrapped in like in paper. But it looked like it would be alright, because I've seen like people go over there, and I've seen restaurants go over there and make huge batches of bacon before, grill it up, and wrap it in the same type of paper that came out of this can. So I figured if they preserved it right, you know, it should be pretty good. He actually went over there and microwaved it and cooked it in the stove to kind of reconstitute it and try and give it some crispiness. And he didn't like it as much as there's another company that makes bacon. But let's see, this one I thought was funny because it was called Tactical Bacon. That's what it was. Or Tack Back. Has a picture of like an AR an AR rifle on the front, and it actually under its instructions says that it's good for let's see, I forgot what it says, but I do remember that it said something about good for the zombie apocalypse wait a second, no, it's good for zombie outbreaks or any kind of apocalypse scenario. Which I thought was hilarious. I mean, the whole fact that somebody made a can of bacon that'll last 10 years really, that really... man. The funny thing is, too, is that, you know, based on the way I look, and also based on the fact that I can't eat pork, with the exception of bacon, you know, I have a lot of people who think that, you know, I'm from the Middle East or something like that, and I'm actually not. But no, the reason is you know, I consider myself lucky because I can still eat bacon, which is good. It's just that pork goes in one end and right out the other. That's how fast it goes in and out. And yeah, so I choose not to eat it because I don't want the after effects of it. But bacon is just fine for some reason, and it'll only irritate my stomach if I eat like 5 pieces or more, that's a lot of bacon for one sitting, especially since I like the big, thick applewood smoked stuff. But it could be worse. I could be my brother. My brother, he can't eat beef because it does the same thing to him. In fact, it makes him sick, you know. So not only does it do the same thing that pork does to me, but it'll make him like just, I mean, really ill. Which is really weird, you know. I think it's kind of funny that 2 of us boys later on in life went over there and one of us can't eat beef and the other one can't eat pork. So next thing we'll know that our other brother can't eat fish or something like that, or chicken. Chicken would be horrible, you know. Chicken's like the versatile everything. I mean, anything that you can make with something else, you pretty much can make with chicken. I mean, like, you can deep fry it like you deep fry fish, you know. You can put it in fajitas like you do with beef, you know. You can roast it in the oven like you do pork, you know. I mean, it's pretty versatile. So, that'd be kind of funny. But yeah, each one of us boys, well, except for the littlest one, but, you know, his turn's coming. I'm sure. He's gonna come up with something. I mean, I'm just as bad with, you know, because I got other stuff too, like feta. If I eat feta, I'm dead. Never used to be that way. Used to like gyros when I was a kid. In fact, I still do like gyros, I just can't have any feta with them. But I can have all the other great stuff. But at the same time... Oh, hey, apple. That's what we're looking for. Boy, this is my first apple in a long time. Getting pretty stingy. They're really nice in the beginning. They gave me like 4 out of my first like 2 or 3 trees. And then it got decent, and then I was getting a bunch, and then I started getting none, and well, I just got 2 here in like no time, so that's pretty good. We're trying. How many apples do you think I'm going to need to get out here and over there? I know I could just sail in a boat, but we're not doing it that way. Say, this is You Can't Run, You Die Here, so we gotta link it up to over there before we can actually call it a day. We're not voting. I like making things difficult. I think we'll be able to do just fine, though. It's gonna take a little effort. Boy, 2 more and those will be all grown. Looks like it's time to harvest a couple tufts of wheat. The more I can, oh, hey, did you see that? Oh, no wonder why I didn't get some of that. It landed on top. Yeah, all right. Net gain of one seed. Oh, hey, is that another one? No, no, it wasn't. Oh, yeah, it was. I got 2. Sweet. Well, now I got a full field with that. And we're just going to keep on continuing on. How much time have I has elapsed so far? Did I start at 6 or did I start at 7? I think I started at 6. Are you kidding? I've been rambling on for 80 minutes and digging trees out. Holy smoke. It's a miracle anybody wants to watch this at all. But then again, it's a miracle anybody wants to play something this crazy. Are you kidding? You gotta be plumb nuts. So you can see right here, we're down 1, but I'm so glad that the apples are 2 hunger slots, because I'm just gonna wait till that comes down. I'm pretty much in a spot where I can just keep working on this, which is great. You know, though, I might switch things up a little bit later. I know that Maximus is on deck, and I think that I've got everything set up for him, with the exception of some new tunes. Which, by the way, Soapy, if you've been catching up with the watching, you'll know that tonight's 2 tunes that I'm going to be playing, or the one that I have played and the one that I will be playing, are completely brand new. So they're ones I've never played before. In fact, the one that I'm closing to is actually super brand new because it was just first posted yesterday, which is really awesome. It was nice that I was able to find something so brand new and fresh, and that it actually kind of fits my take on this solitary island here. In fact, I think what we're going to do is at the end of this day, or night, I should say, we'll probably hang it up. In fact, you know, that's it going down. I might as well play that tune right now because I think it's a little bit long tune. This is Dethaddr at the Death Shop. This is an episode of You Can't Run, You Die Here. Minecraft Lonely Island. And here goes that exit video, or exit tune for you. I hope y'all enjoy this one. We'll catch you later. beautiful here. I'm glad that there's a guy singing it, because a lot of the stuff the gals sing.
After all that we've been through, I think it's fair from me to you. Watch it burn as we soar away. Hey, hey. After all is said and done, and I know I am the one, I have waited here forever. But all I know is what I'm told. This feeling cannot be controlled. Watch the stars when I am gone. Have faith in me, we will behold. The skies are cast, they are foretold. Watch the stars when I am gone. When I am gone. You carry the world upon your shoulders, for I'm not the only one. How could you look behind now when everything is done? Oh, you carry the world upon your shoulders, for I'm not the only one. How could you look behind now when everything is done?
Yeah, crazy ending to that one, isn't it? Anyway, Dethaddr at the Death Shop here. This has been the lonely, lonely, deep, deep water island. And we are going to be signing out for, a little bit. Won't be too much longer, though. We'll be heading your way with Maximus number 70. Can you believe Maximus is about to have its 70th episode? Holy smoke. What have I been doing for like the past couple months? I think all I've been doing is a bunch of streaming. I have been trying to hit every day that I'm not on vacation. But I tell you what, it's kind of fun. And that's the reason why I do it. So, Dethaddr at the Death Shop here saying, I will catch you later. Let me go ahead and plant these right out real quick here. And as soon as I'm done planting these, I am gone. And if you happen to like that music, or even the one that I played to begin with today, those are in the description for you. You go ahead and visit those. I always wait till the very end to tell you, because I know that you'll go ahead and try and run away. But I'm glad that you stuck around for the episode. I will catch you later. Everybody, have yourself a wonderful evening and stay safe out there. Maximus is coming up next.